Hello and welcome to Saturday night racing here at RRC. You're joined by myself, Grillsy. Very sorry about the late race start. I've had to go and do some other things, and obviously this stream started late. So yeah, let's get to it. I think the guys are in Q2 as it stands already, and at the minute on pole position, by the looks of it, is Brayley. So it looks like we've gone from a possible transition from a dry track to a wet track, and Brayley's obviously looks like he's reaped the benefits of this, and the cars are going slowly across the track here by the looks of it. So as it stands, we've got Brayley going through into Q3 as it stands. Echo in second, Fisher's in third, and Seb in fourth. So let's have a look at the team. So obviously we're a bit short tonight. Not everyone can make the first race of the calendar. Myself, but I'm here on comms, so I'm doing something for the calls. We've got Brayley in the Haas. We have Echo, who will be driving in the Toro Rosso for the season. We have Fishers in the Mercedes. We have Seb in the Alfa Romeo. We have Devil's Nightmare in the sister Toro Rosso. Dragon on Speed, he's also a Haas driver. We have Stringy here, who's partnering Fishers in Fishers in the Mercedes team. Regan McKinnon in the McLaren. Jonathan Cox in the McLaren as well. Granty Boy in the Ferrari. Appy in the Red Bull. Gunnar in the Williams, and Maverick in the Alfa Romeo. Oh, let's have a look who's sent the message. Evening, Elliot. How you doing? Right. So have we got anyone out on a lap now? So we have. Well, looks like Devil's Nightmare on his way in, maybe. He's on the dry tyres. So, looks like he's on his way in. We have Devil's Nightmare on the intermediate, so majority of the grid can still make it through here, even though some people have managed to get through or do times on dry tyres. They're pretty slow times on the dry tyres. So, it'd be interesting to see. It looks like it's only just started raining, to be honest. And Stringy, he's out of session, so if Stringy had an incident somewhere, it looks like he has. Which is unfortunate. For anyone who don't know, obviously Saturday night is this is the first round of the Saturday night league. It's now it's being run by Stringy and Fishers. Currently they have 19 drivers and looking for one more to steal the grid. As I said, unfortunately not everyone can make the opening race, but we expect a better turnout next race. And now we're on board with Jonathan Cox into turn 1 on his qualifying lap product, but he's still on the slick tyres, so he still thinks himself that they are the best tyres to be on. We'll obviously see in a minute once he goes round. Let's turn some bits on. So as it stands, Jonathan Cox has done a 28.7. Let's see what Brady's up to. What did he do? 28.6. So at the minute he's not far off Brady's time. So it looks like John is looking to go through on the medium tyre here. Devil's Nightmare was not Devil's Nightmare, sorry, Dragon on Speed is out on the intermediate tyres. So we'll see. We've got different tyres here. But we've got soft runners, we've got medium runners, and we've got intermediate runners. So be interesting to see what happens. Evening, Grant. Good luck tonight. Let's invite Stringy. Right, so John's time now puts him into second place. So obviously the track's wet, but not wet enough to actually be on the intermediate tyre by the looks of it. Let's see what Dragon Nightmare do. Dragon on speed. Stringy, how you doing? You alright? What happened? I didn't pick it up on the stream. 1 minute, I've just seen you go flying. I've just seen you like retire from the session, so I thought that can't be good. Oh no. I remember on the last game it was my first league race. That's the corner that done me on my first ever league race. But it wasn't even my fault. The teammate just cut across me. But that is a nasty corner, especially on old tyres or no grip. Yeah. Yeah, I've just seen John. Obviously, it looks like Nigel Goon has now gone pole. So I don't know if the track's now drying back up again, because Goon has now gone pole position. Yeah, because I saw John come round and do a 1:43.0. Obviously that's quite slow for... Oh, you've got to turn your microphone on, mate. We can't hear you. So me and you are nattering away and no one can hear us.
So that's the one.
You're here now.
I changed the setting. I should be live talking to the millions. Yeah, lost it.
Obviously you're out of qualifying, so you're gonna you're gonna go long in your race, or?
Yeah, there's rain towards the end of the race.
Oh really?
Yeah, so it's going to be a good one. So yeah, looking forward to. Well, I'm not, but it'll be good to have a bit of rain at the end of the race, mix it up a bit. We've got a really competitive front end of the field. Unfortunately, we've had a few people drop out this evening, but you know, full time anyway, we have 19 drivers. So
that's what I was saying to the guys on the stream earlier. We've got 19 drivers. Said obviously we're looking for one more to fill the grid.
Now we've got a really good league for Saturday nights, and the prize at the end of the year for the top 3 drivers will get a trophy. So there is something to race for, which is pretty good.
Who are you backing for the championship?
I don't know.
It's open. It's open. Obviously, retirements makes a massive.
Yeah,
obviously, you've got Granty, Fishers, and
I was going to say we've been so lucky that we've got Granty, Fishers, Jono, and we've got Dan Murphy as well. So we've got 4 really top class drivers.
Let's not forget yourself and Echo. Like, obviously you can win. Echo can win. Echo can get sneak in there. It's definitely an open.
I was going to say it's a really good field we've managed to put together. So yeah, just want to thank everyone for that. But what have we got? The track is dry now, so yeah. I wish I hadn't put the inters on.
Yeah.
Good evening. Yeah, I wish I hadn't put the inters on and canned it at turn 10, but yeah, here I am talking to the people anyway, which is a
45 minutes of race. 45 minutes into the race, John's saying we might get away with it. They tend to be wrong, don't they? The amount of times I've started the race and it says rain in 15 minutes and then 5 minutes race. I was
going to say Friday night racing last night. The rain was meant to come 20 minutes in the race and it came on the formation line.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't necessarily trust it.
No.
But it's going to be such a good pole position.
It's just if you go down the medium or the hard route, I'll take it if you're out the top 10.
Yeah.
I don't know what the strategy is around here, String. Is it a medium hard or is it a medium soft normally?
I was talking about this with my teammate who's on and out lap on hard.
Yeah.
We were going to go for a hard medium.
Yeah.
The softs will just shred around here.
Yeah, it's quite. It's not. It's quite a. What's the word I'm thinking of?
A high deg.
It's high deg. That's correct.
Yeah. So we've got Granny just finished in his lap now, swerved the line on medium tyres on a 1:32.7. So yeah, minus 7
and that's
seconds quicker.
7 seconds. So the track's seems like that greasy track that you had has gone now.
Yeah, how I wish I'd sat in the pit. But, you know, I'm happy to be here. I do enjoy comms, so you
Shall
know.
we let's join, obviously Echo and Fisher's about to start their lap, so we'll join them too.
I was going
See
to
what
say,
happens.
who are you on board with on the stream, and I'll watch the other one.
At the minute, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go with Echo because he's going to be first across the line here
I
on the
will
medium
watch
tyre.
my teammate and critique as he goes
I
into
think
turn
I
one.
think Fisher's pace, he can find himself up there, can't he, on the hard tyre?
Yeah, we haven't done much running though,
No.
so no, we haven't practiced.
So on a lap as it stands, we have Echo, Fishers, we have Devil's Nightmare now. I think he's finished the lap. I don't think he's actually on a lap. He's going quite slow at the minute, so I think he's. Mind you, he can't really be beaten. I don't think only Regan can do it. But
Yeah.
yeah. And so everyone as it stands is through, other than Regan.
Dragon
Whoa! What was that?
I think Dragon's lost it on the straight or something, but Mercedes the Mercedes era of Fisher looks a bit lazy on traction. He's trying to perform with the sector.
It looks like Echo's had a problem, obviously, somewhere along the track, because now Fishers is in. Is he in front? Yeah, Fishers is a long way in front now of Echo. So Echo must have had an issue this lap. Don't know what happened there. So Granty Boy is, as it stands,
really
in pole
good
position.
Time, but you know, track is drying.
It's always about being last across the line, isn't it? Cheers, Exile, and you tonight.
Good time there from Echo. 1:31.6.
Yeah.
The track is drying.
Ramping up now. Fishers has gone second.
Someone
so
that might find themselves in trouble is Jono.
I think everyone's now finished, isn't they?
Yeah.
Everyone's now finished. Unfortunately, Dragon, yourself, and Maverick.
Yeah. And Regan didn't even do a lap lesson.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. So we've got two guys that are going to be starting on the soft tyre. We have, which is Brayley and Gooner. We have Fishers, who's going to be the only one of the top 10 who will be starting on the hard tyre.
Yeah, I think he'll be pretty happy with that.
Evening, Steve. I just opened it up, but like you said, if there is rain towards the end of the
yeah, the back end of the race.
Yeah, sorry, I was just reading.
That's right. No, I'll just read you mine. Yeah, there will be rain at the back end of the race. So let's see who's got the best car to handle both conditions potentially.
What's the next race, Stringy? Do you know off the top of your head? What's the next track?
Oh, good question. No idea. Let me have a quick look.
Hopefully, I can make that one.
What have we got? What have we got? Spain.
Oh, that's a good track.
Yeah. Barcelona next week, and then the week after that is Canada.
Yeah, I'll bet you're happy with that. Fisher's second place on the hard tyres. Very good lap.
Then we finished the season Singapore, Australia, and Brazil, which is quite a nice 3 races to end on.
Yeah, sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it should be alright. So, quite a Q3 session.
So,
who are you going for the pole position?
to be honest, I don't even know who's quick round here at the minute. I think my money. Granty Boy done his time quite early in the last session, if that makes sense, on the medium tyre. I still think, obviously, that weren't a true reflection of his actual pace, because the track was still drying. I think it's going to be tight between Fishers and Granty, but I think I'm going to go for Granty. What about you?
Well, I feel obligated as Team Mercedes to
Yeah.
stay Fisher's, right? You
Mercedes
know,
versus
I'm
Ferrari and
sure.
all.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm sure there's a clause in my contract somewhere that says I must stay Fisher's, but I'm going to go Granty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mind you, John's one like pace as well. He can sometimes upset the.
Yeah.
But this is one of them tracks. It's quite a unique track, isn't it? Like you got to know your track
It's
limits around
so.
here.
I
There's a
was
lot
going to
to
say
gain.
it's just so easy just to go a meter too deep into a corner. It does sort of lull you into a false sense.
Yeah.
You know, just to go a little bit deep, and you've screwed it. As Granty and Fishers are very close on track.
Yeah.
Fishers lets him go. I do know
Might see a bit of
that.
that going on in the race.
I was going to say I do see. Elliot does have quite a particular warm-up lap for qualifying. So
Does he?
yeah, he likes to try and he takes it as steady as possible. Where you can see like Granny's gone quite far ahead now.
Yeah.
So he has more aggressive lap.
It's just precious life you're taking out your tyres early on, and
Yeah.
you know if you smash it out, obviously you want to be using as much fuel up as you can as well, I suppose, on the outlet, because obviously you have a minimum you can put in, but that minimum's still quite a bit of fuel.
Yeah, I was going to say around some tracks, like a Monaco, that minimum amount of fuel is good enough for like 4 laps. Yeah, so you know you want to try and burn some of it off, but not burn the tyres.
Yeah.
So
Happy
who we
medium.
got on? I was going to say who we got on laps now then.
So Seb, by the looks of it, has now started his lap. He's the first driver across the line.
On the Jono just over the line, followed by Granty and then Fisher. So the top 3 drivers potentially all going to be crossing the line within 10 to 15 seconds.
We have Steve AMG. Come on, Johnny Cox. So he's obviously cheering his teammate on.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure his teammate would appreciate the support if his teammate was actually in the car tonight, not hiding.
Oh.
I get on quite well with Steve, so I can say that.
That's alright. You'd have said it anyway, that don't matter.
But true. What I've always found about Jono as well, he runs quite low downforce setup, so
very quick and
his
straight.
Setup will, I was going to say, I found that last night around Hungary, even a very small straight, and I was losing 2/10 to him, so he does run quite a skinny little downforce, which may help him around here.
Yeah.
What we got happening?
So we have Seb coming through the third sector as it stands at the minute.
Jono runs a little bit wide in T11, I think it was.
He's obviously run out of drive. He's run out of ERS as well.
Yeah,
before the end
I've
of the
always
lap.
noticed this about Jono, that he always does.
And Seb does a 1:30.9.
Yeah, Jono always seems to run out of deployment before the end of a lap, which
I find that
I
find now I have to, and Jonathan Cox now takes pole position, and Granty goes even quicker.
Here we go, the Mercedes.
I think Fisher's is going to blow out of the water here. I've got a feeling.
We go.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So the top 3 are split by less than 2/10 by the looks of it, and then followed up to Seb.
Yeah, 2/10 between the top 3.
Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good between the top 3. And Seb's not that far behind. Let's be honest. Obviously, he's 3/10 behind John there, but he's not completely out of it.
Yeah, it'd be good to see what the likes of Echo do.
Yeah.
Where is he? Where's Pitbull?
People enjoy it. Brady's now on his lap. He's going through the last corners. I think he's going through the last corner now. And evening Tristan. And Brady picks up fifth position.
Right, Echo's going over the line now into P4, 30.7.
So, that's pretty close then between the top floor. 3/10. Just over 3/10 separating first to fourth. Which is good to see, obviously.
That's pretty good.
That is good to see. Like we want to see that, don't we? I think in the Monday League, I think we had like 9 drivers, pretty tight the other day. Like obviously Fisher was quick around Hungary, but it was like it's so tight. Some of like the divisions at the minute, isn't it? Like
Oh yeah, and it
Like
makes
one
for
slight mistake in your lap, you've literally ruined your whole qualifying session.
such great viewing as well.
Yeah, definitely, yeah, 100%. And Grant's just showing off now. No traction control. I tried it on time trial. I was doing it for quite a while, but I can't put it into practice for a race. I think I'd end out like crashing out after like 3 corners or something.
Oh, it's
I'd crash out with
ridiculous.
medium, let
Yeah.
alone that. Imagine Spa in no traction control. It's bad enough with traction.
Yeah, I can't. I was going to say I can hardly do
Going up
Spa on a
Radion.
good day.
That's
I was
it.
going to
Going up
say
Radion.
there's nothing worse than a wet day around Spa with no traction control.
So as it stands, I think most drivers have finished their laps, and Appy now goes into 6th position, so he splits his name between Brayley and Seb by the looks of it.
Whew, so that's round 1 of Q3 done then, essentially.
Yeah,
with
so
Devil's Nightmare
obviously,
on an outlier.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe they've run out of not run out of soft tyres. I don't know how. Was Q1 wet? Was it, or was it dry?
Dry.
So was it just a run? I suppose. What was it, raining straight away in Q2? Because I missed the start of Q2.
It started raining just at the end of Q1, and then it was just at the crossover point Q2 as AP decides that the chicane is not for him and carries straight on.
Yes, Tristan, I'm joined by Ben at the minute. Just while he's cycling himself up for the race this evening.
Jono also cuts the chicane. I'll ignore that though. There is a rule.
Yeah, there's been a few people doing that. They get a slap on the wrist before long.
I was going to say, I don't want to wave the rule book around and ruin a good evening. But
Nah, that's true. We'll just slap their legs. Let them know. So, Devil's Nightmares on his outlap. Just about to start his lap now. Going around the last corner. So let's see what he can do. I'll tell you what, I am impressed with Devil lately. He has definitely got quicker. He's got a lot more consistent as well. I've seen him in...
I was going to say there's a few people. It's like Echo. He's found a few tenths.
Yeah,
recently.
Definitely. Yeah, like Devil's Nightmares just... Since we've done the World Cup over Christmas, he's just seemed to have found form. He's just drove a lot better than he has been, so pat on the back to him as well.
I was going to say, while everyone's in the pits then, I'll ask you a question. What sort of plan, have we got any plans as a league to do like a World Cup or a Champions of Champions? Got any little spoilers that we can give?
Obviously, Champions of Champions was something, obviously, back in the day, you know, like in the previous... Like, you know, about
Leagues,
half a year ago, previous league.
Yeah.
We did have the Champions of Champions, but obviously we're a lot more involved now. We're going to be running 5 leagues, so it could be something that could happen. It could be 4 teams of 5, so 4 drivers from, like, you know, 4 drivers from every league. Like the Monday, Wednesday, or the Monday, Tuesday, cool. Wednesday. Yeah, but it's just fitting it into the... into the week. I think we'd only have a Thursday to do it, so you know you'd be hoping that your drivers can make the Thursday. I'd like to do a World Cup, but obviously we need our leagues to all finish at the same time and things like that to happen again. I think the World Cup was a bit long-winded last time, so I think we'll just do a group stage if we've done it again, just a group stage and knockouts. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rather than having a massive league then into the group stage, I think we'd go down.
Well, I think it was good fun. I think it was quite well received.
It's just a shame at the end that drivers couldn't, you know, obviously, what's the word I'm thinking of? Just they couldn't obviously give their time for it towards the end. Like some teams, obviously, like Germany and yourself and Elliot, most people turned up every single race, three times a week. I did like the concept. I think the concept was really good. I think
it's just. I imagine it's just something that needs tweaking then.
Yeah, I think there's a few things we would have changed, like run it to make it run smoothly. We just have to come up with ways of making the lobby work and things like that.
Yeah.
But
that sounds good.
Now. Yeah, but I think the World Cup would have more. The World Cup would definitely have more ground. Do you know what I mean? That's definitely something we need to look at. No, the knockout. Sorry, like the Champions League. That'd be something we could look at. I think it could definitely be on the cards again, because it's
Oh,
quite
that sounds good.
it's quite good. It's quite competitive between the leagues as well to see who's got the strongest league, and then but every league's going to be trying to get the same drivers, so it'd be good to
No,
see what
I was going
happens.
to say I'm pretty sorted, you know, for Saturday nights.
Yeah,
I'd be pretty happy to take, you know, a number of drivers.
yeah, that's it. I think most leagues are like that. I think Friday obviously he's got the pick of 30 drivers for Friday, so
Oh God, yeah, I forgot about that.
yeah, it's,
God, he's got a small army.
we'll be fighting over the same 20 drivers. Right, so as it stands, we have Echo, who's actually on a lap now. He's just started his
Yeah.
second run, so this will be his last run.
Yeah, we've got Fisher's winding it up now in the penultimate corner.
And Appy has now started his last run as well, going through turn 1. So let's see if they can improve. I think
Here we go.
we're going to see the pole position lap go down to a 1:30.1. I've got a feeling there's going to be a big lap.
Fisher's is off.
Is he off?
Yeah, he's into
Fisher's
P1.
is off. Oh, what a shame.
No,
Is that it then for
no,
Fisher's?
no, it's fine. No, he's all right.
Oh, I hope the lap still counts. It looks like it is because
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
still
yeah,
doing his
it's fine.
ERS. He's still
Yeah,
up and down on his ERS. I'm watching him. That's one thing I've noticed with Fisher's is how he uses his ERS compared to other drivers.
Oh, the boy's like an octopus. Honestly, he's just changing everything on the wheel. I'm sure he hasn't got 2 arms.
And how he very rarely even goes into hot lap. Obviously, he uses the hot lap to build his speed up out of like slow corners by the looks of it. But a lot of the time, you don't even see him in hot lap.
Yeah, his ERS management is impeccable. I don't compliment him often, but he's fairly handy on this game. Got a sweet line into the chicane there by Granty as the Alfa Romeo decided the chicane wasn't for him and carried on.
As long as he didn't impede other people's laps. So Appy's now coming over the line. Has he improved? And Echo did improve. Echo's now up to 3rd position. He's now overtaken
Good lap, big
Jonathan
lap,
Cox.
Echo.
So Jonathan Cox is now up against. He's now at the he's now against the ropes here. Can he find a way to get into the top 3 again?
This Ferrari is ridiculous. He just throws
He
it into
planted.
the corner and it's thick.
And there it is,
big
a
lap there.
1:30.2 by Fishers. I thought we would see a 1:30.1, but let's see what Granty's got. He's coming around the last corner now. What's he got?
Granty just...
What happened there?
Unless he invalidated.
Oh.
No, it was a 30.5 like that. What a shame.
John
Honestly,
comes.
like,
And where's John? Where's John?
I think
get
he went P1. I think
It's Johnston Pole! Johnston Pole! Unbelievable!
Woo! Yes, Jono, you're the man.
Brilliant lap.
What a pole position.
Come out of nowhere, and I thought we'd go down to 1:30.1, but I'm gonna be honest, I did not see John taking pole, but congratulations, John, on taking pole position.
Jono.
So as it's
I'm gonna depart quickly, but thank you for having me on.
No worries. Good luck with your race.
Mate. Cheers,
So,
mate. Look after yourself.
as it stands, we've got Jonathan Cox who's now taken it. He's put the McLaren on pole position here. Then we've got Fishers in 2nd, only 0.04 of a second behind. We have Granty in 3rd. Unfortunately, he invalidated his lap. We've got Echo in 4th, who's 0.4 behind. Seb didn't improve on his 2nd run, but he finds himself in 5th position, and I didn't get to finish it off. So, yes, John, never underestimated an underdog. Brilliant there, John. Well done. Tristan, that's something we can look at, mate. We'll have a chat about it later. So, here we are. All loading at the minute. So, guys, comment. What's your predictions for the race? Who do you think is going to win? Let's see your predictions. I think for the fact that Elliott's managed to qualify on the hard tyre, I fancy him going further into this race if we're expecting rain. But and it's all to play for here. You know, if you don't have a good start off the line, he's obviously got Granty and John on better tyres round him, or softer tyres, should I say, not better tyres. So here we go. We have the formation lap starting now. So let's take you through for the Let's take you through the order. So we have Jonathan Cox on pole. We have Fishers in second. We have Granty Boy in third. We have Echo in fourth. We have Seb in fifth. We have Appy in sixth. We have Brayley in seventh. Devil's Nightmare in eighth. Gooner in ninth. Dragon on Speed in 10th. Stringy, who's starting on the hard tyre as well, in 11th position. We have Regan McKinnon in 12th position, partner in Jonathan Cox tonight. And we have the Maverick, the Mav, in 13th position. So we have Stephen, or Stefan shall I say, or Stephen, who thinks John's going to go and take the pole position and turn it into a win. What are you thinking, Tristan? So John's keeping the pack nice and backed up by the looks of it. Doesn't want to be sitting on that tarmac too long by the looks of it. Right. So next week they're going to be driving, or not they, we will be, because hopefully I'll be racing. We'll be driving around the Spanish track of Catalunya. That's the second round on the calendar, which is always a good one. Never one I finish, but it's a good track. So here we have it. John from the McLaren, Fishers for the Mercedes. The big three. I'm sorry, I know Red Bull are Red Bull and they're a good team in a minute, but they are the big three: McLaren, Mercedes, and Ferrari. Good to see McLaren at the front of the grid. So by the looks of it, we have all drivers now in their grid slots. That's a good view. We'll try that one for you. So 1 red light, 2 red light, 3 red light, 4 red light, 5 red light, and here we go. That's start of the race for the Saturday League, and we have John leading down into turn 1, followed by Fishers. Echo finds himself now into third position off the line. Brilliant start, and we have a spin there. Oh no, Grant is tapped. He's hit. I don't know if he's been hit or he tapped Seb maybe into turn 1. So now Granty's got it all to do, but Granty, oh what a shame. I was really expecting to see a good race here between Fishers, Granty and John. I don't know what happened. Definitely some sort of contact. So as it stands, John now leading. He's leading the race by 7/10 of a second, followed by Fishers. Echo up to third place. Brayley, what a start he's had. Sorry, I should not need to see that. How many positions did he gain? He's gained quite a bit. Let's have a look. Brayley's up 3 positions, and Gooner's up 3 positions, and Stringy 4 positions. So he's gone from, I think, 11th on the grid up to 7th place already. So he's looking to get up there and help his teammate out this race. So who's the biggest losers? The biggest losers obviously are Granty Boy at the minute, who's 10 places down. We have Devil's Nightmare, who's 4 places down, who's not really had the best of starts. And Appy is 6 positions down. So all the work to do for Devil's Nightmare and Appy at the minute as it stands. And Granty Boy has retired from the session. What a shame. Gutted about that. Oh. So obviously, hopefully, we can record the footage and it can be investigated after the race. But yeah, that's not good. What a shame. So John has taken the gap at the front now to 1.2 seconds. Found himself out of DRS activation. Echo is on the back of Fishers as it stands. Just waiting to hear what actually happened between Granty and I think it was Seb. So who we got closest back on track? So we have Stringy now on the back of Gooner. Stringy, Gooner on the red stripe tyre and Stringy on the white stripe tyre, so totally different compounds here. This is about 1 minute. So Seb in front is looking at Brayley by the looks of it. Just not close enough. Brayley on the soft tyres looking to make up some positions here. He's had a very good start. He's obviously found 3 positions from the start of the race. He's on the back of Echo as it stands. And Echo now, he's all over the back of Fishers. Fishers is really struggling to get these tyres up to temperature. And he just holds on to his position here. So Dragon on Speed has now gone into 8th place because by the looks of it Regan McKinley is in the pit lane. Appy now is on the back of Devil's Nightmare. Maverick is up to 9th position, so he's up 4 positions, so he's had a very good start to the race as well. Stringy is now over the back of Guna. We're going to join the Echo and Fishers battle in a minute. Obviously the only split buffer was 4/10, but he hasn't gained enough here by the looks of it. So Jonathan's at the minute. The gap was at one point about 1.3 seconds, but the gap now is down to 1.1, so Jonathan Cox is now starting to be reeled in. Now Fishers has found some temperature in the tyres. Echo is still on the back of Fishers as it stands, still in the activation zone for the DRS in the next lap. So yeah, it's all to play for at the minute. Obviously Brayley's found himself in the top 4. You know, if he's on a 2-stop strategy here, he can be quite aggressive with it, because obviously the top 4 are very close here. He could eat these tyres basically away. As long as he stays within the gap here, he can pit early, have a good undercut, and hopefully leapfrog most of these drivers in front of him. The Stringy has overtaken, as it stands, he's overtaken Guna, and he's taken Dragon on Speed, so he's now up 5 positions in this race. So he's had a brilliant start to the race. Now Mercedes are running in 2nd and 6th as it stands. Could they do the 1 and 2? What we normally see. So the gap at the minute, the tightest gap we've got on the track at the minute is Dragon on Speed, and he is all over the back of Gunnar as it stands. So Gunnar's tyres might be going a bit. He's struggling for pace at the minute. Obviously he was in front of Stringy a lap ago, but Stringy's now already opened the gap up to 1.9 seconds to Gunnar. So he must be struggling a little bit on these tyres. And John seems to have kept that gap at bay at the minute. He's kept Fishers out of DRS and he's left, which has allowed Echo to keep on the back of Fishers here. So if Fishers finds himself in the DRS of John, we could see a tighter battle occur. But at the minute, it looks like John's just keeping Fishers at bay. Doesn't look like it's going to rain yet though. To say, this 45 minutes of rain ain't really happening. So Brayley at the minute is within 1.3 seconds of Echo. Go on Brayley, stay up there mate. And he's got Echo all over the back, he's got Seb all over the back of him. Seb's going to dive down the inside and try and take, and he's taken Brayley into the first turn. Brilliant overtake there by Seb. And Dragon on Speed is all over the back of Gunnar as it stands, and Stringy now picks up a 3-second time penalty. And we've seen a few time penalties at the minute. I think 4 of the drivers have had time penalties. And Gunnar running Dragon on Speed off the track there. Not off the track, but running them out of track. Well, he's running out of track in there, I can't really say anything else. And Echo and Fishers are going for it at the minute. I missed that, but like looks of it, obviously Echo had the DRS, had the help of the DRS there. So John now with a nice big buffer of 1.9 seconds. Will we see John look after his tyres, or do we think he's going to go out and pit maybe before the rain comes? I don't know what's better to be honest. I think that a lot of the time you try and hold your tyres, it just goes wrong. You either spin or something goes wrong, so you're probably better off pitting. So we haven't really got a lot of battles at the minute. The closest battle we've got on track is actually Echo and Fishers. You see the drivers take two totally different lines there. Echo's attacking the corner well, while Fishers seems to be trying to keep the grip and getting a better traction out the corner. So Stringy at the minute as it stands is 2.6 seconds behind Rayleigh, up to 6th position. He was joined us earlier in the commentary box, which was it's always good to have drivers join. Brady picks up his first time penalty of the race, 3-second time penalty, so now Fishers. So we have Brady and Seb. Seb must have made a mistake there because Brady was quite a big gap behind. What we're going to see now, so obviously Brady has now overtaken Seb, and Seb obviously yields and let Brady through, doesn't attack him. Good driving there. He knows that he's got the tyres. As long as Brady isn't holding him up too long, we'll see a good battle here. So Brady pushes the track limits with... Oh! He just lost his grip there. Go on, Brady. Pit, mate. Get some new rubber on. Leapfrog the lot. So the gap between Echo and Fishers stands at 2.1 seconds. Obviously these medium tyres are still in good nick as it stands, but they're going to come to a time where obviously we're going to see Fishers put his foot down a bit when these yellow stripe tyres do start wearing a bit. The back end of Fishers' cars looks like it's away with the gap. He's pulling away. So where's Braley? Braley has pitted. So Braley obviously felt that he didn't have the rubber left in them tyres. He's now put another set of soft tyres on, so he's going for 2 soft runs here. And this might seem leapfrog drivers. Obviously he's going to make up time pretty quickly on the leaders. So you may see him, I reckon for sure he's going to take Seb. Because Seb's on a different strategy. He could leapfrog Echo here. Like, it depends how much quicker he can be. Don't want to take too much life out of these tyres. But yeah, I like to see that. I like to see people go for an aggressive strategy. You know, obviously the rain's coming here, so it's good to see. I prefer to see something like that. So here we have Stringy now, 1.7 seconds behind Seb. He's closing the gap slowly but surely here. I wonder if the medium tyre is just starting to lose a little bit of performance. Echo now finds himself 7/10 behind Fisher, so that's the biggest the gap's been now for probably 3 laps maybe. But he's still within the DRS zone, so he's still got a chance. Clean exit there, nice driving. And we have Gunnar, the other soft runner, now in the pits as well, so maybe he's had the same sort of thought as Braley here. Get in, get some new rubber on, put some laps down, hopefully take some time out the leaders. Regan's in a very lonely race as it stands, unfortunately. He's got to find himself just behind Gunnar after the pit stops. Have a look. How many pit interval? What am I after? That's not what I'm after, man. I can't find it. There we go. Right, so obviously Regan McKinnon has pitted, Brayley has pitted, and Appy has pitted. So they're the soft runners, I think, that we had earlier in the race that we thought was going to pit. So as it stands, there ain't really a lot to commentate on here at the minute. So we have, obviously Echo is still over the back of Fishers. Fishers isn't eating into any time on John yet. It looks like John's holding steady here. Jonathan Cox picks another, I don't know if it's another time penalty or the first time penalty. Let's have a look. So John picks up his first time penalty of the race. Fishers hasn't even got a warning here, so Fishers is looking very handy at the minute. So Brady now sets the fastest lap of the race by, I think, quite a considerable amount there. So obviously he's lapping a lot quicker than leaders now. He's now lapping nearly 2 seconds quicker than pole position, or pole position's best lap. So yeah, Brady's slowly but surely going to bring himself back into this race. He's obviously got a 4 second gap to Devil's Nightmare, so he's got some laps by himself just to put the foot down. I don't know what lap to expect these drivers in, to be honest. I don't think the yellow stripe tyre will be going to halfway. I could possibly see the drivers coming in round lap 12, excuse me, lap 30. Unfortunately for Echo here, he's just caught in a DRS. He can't. It seems like Fishers has got the grip through the slow part of the lap, just to pull away when it comes to the DRS, and then Echo's closing the DRS gap, obviously in the straights. Just isn't enough. I think he's waiting for a mistake from Fishers as it stands at the minute. But John, I don't know if John's now lost his tyres a bit, because Fishers has now taken 5 tenths. He's now taken 5 tenths out of Jonathan Cox here. Jonathan's struggling. Jonathan is struggling. Looks like Fishers has now decided to start putting his foot to the metal here. Just closing the gap now to John to about a second. So he's managed to take a second out of John in this last lap. He's now opened the gap up between himself and Echo. Maybe he's just been biding his time a bit, maybe. Looking good at the minute. Fishers is looking very handy at the minute. And Stringy. What's happened here? Has Seb gone off? It looks like Seb's had an incident here, which obviously isn't great, but if you're Brayley, you'd be happy because there was obviously racing in position. But it looks like Seb here has had an issue. Hopefully we can keep an eye on what's going on here. And Jonathan Cox pitted. So as we thought, Jonathan's tyres had been obviously were feeling the heat a bit, and Fishers now takes the lead of the race with Echo now falling 1 point. So as you've seen, the last 2 laps, the yellow stripe tyres just lost its way a bit. It's just lost its speed, and obviously Seb has overtaken Jonathan, but that was obviously going to always happen. And look at this, Jonathan Cox was the leader of the race, and Brayley is not very far away now behind. So Brayley on the soft tyre is within 1.5 seconds of John. So he's leapfrogged. I'd say he's leapfrogged Echo here, so he can find himself into 3rd place as it stands. Good effort there. So John has found himself. He's come out just behind. No, he's come out 4 seconds behind Seb. So he's got some space to put some power down here. And Brayley now all over the back of Devil's Nightmare. Will he get rid of Devil's Nightmare fast so he can keep his onslaught towards the front of the grid? And Jonathan Cox, what's John Connor going to put on? He's put the hard tyre on, so he's obviously not expecting the rain. He could have gone down the medium to soft route, you know, if you're expecting rain, you could have gone down that. You know the tyres are going to last 10 seconds. And Brayley picks up another penalty here. Has Brayley overtook Devil? And Brayley does indeed overtake Devil. I wish I got that because it looked like that could have been a good overtake there. Round the fast right-hander. So Brayley's having a brilliant race at the minute as it stands. He's found himself in front of Devil. He's about 2 seconds behind John Cox. And obviously the gap was more than 2 seconds before he pitted. It was more like 10. So I think he's found possibly close to 8 seconds this race. Devil Nightmare has now pitted, and he is putting on the white striped tyres. So the drivers are anticipating that it ain't going to rain towards the end of the race. They're anticipating it's going to finish the drive on, but as it looks, the clouds are gathering. It looks like it could rain. So at the minute, the closest battle on track is Seb and Dragon on speed. Obviously Seb is new to the Redline Racing Community League, and looks like Dragon let him through. Maybe there was a bit of argy-bargy before and he felt like the best thing to do was let him back through. So we have, as it stands, we've got Brayley, but he's got a 15-second gap to Gunnar as it stands. Maverick in 7th. Jonathan Cox in 6th. Bearing in mind he has pitted from the lead of the race, so he, as currently it stands 15. He's about 17 seconds behind the leader. I don't know what a pit stop is here. Normally it's about 20 seconds minimum. So John sets his fastest lap of the race, I think, as well. Who else we got? Let's have a look. So at the minute we have Dragon on speed and Seb still battling it out here. They're both on old tyres, I think. Let's have a look. Just bear with me, guys. Yeah, so we have Dragon on speed and Seb both on 12 lap old medium tyres. They're both taking this brilliant racing here. Clean, good racing here from both drivers. Jonathan Cox has just literally eaten into the lead they have in front of him. John needs to brush these drivers aside so he can continue on his race here. Brayley is now at 8 seconds behind John, so I think Brayley's had not an issue, but something's not really right there. Don't seem right for some reason. So he's 26 seconds behind the leader. He's 28 seconds behind the leader is here, Brayley, and he's easily going to be ahead of Stringy as it stands. And Jonathan Cox indeed takes Dragon on speed into turn 1. So how quickly will he get rid of, or not get rid of, how quickly will he pass Seb to continue on his fast laps he's putting in to put the pressure on the leader. So as it stands, John to the leader is now 19 seconds behind. Which I don't know if John's actually lost a bit of time here. It looks like he's lost a bit of time because Fishers is pulling away as it stands. And UFO indeed just lets John go. He's saving his ERS by the looks of it. Ready for another battle with Dragon later on in the race. Right, so currently, let's have a quick look at the race. We have Fishers who's winning the race. We have Echo in second, yet to pit. We have Stringy yet to pit. John has pitted from the lead of the race. He's now 20 seconds ahead of Fishers, which He's staying around 20 seconds a minute, so I don't know if John has, not John, sorry, is Fisher's found pace. But the gap currently sits at about 20 seconds. Seb hasn't pitted yet. Dragon on Speed hasn't pitted yet. Maverick has not pitted yet. Brayley and Goon are obviously quick. Excuse me. They were obviously drivers that are on a two-stop strategy, so they pitted early in the race. And we see now Brayley put the medium tyre on, so Brayley to the end of the race now. He will definitely be clear of the drivers around him because he's going to be putting the medium tyre on when they're going to put the hard tyre on. It's just if he's going to have enough legs in him to catch the people higher, which would be interesting to see. But I do like an aggressive strategy, and fair play to him. He's tried what he can, which is brilliant. So we've had Dragon again and Seb battling it out here. By the looks of it, a good race going on here. The gap between John and Fisher's has actually stayed the same, and I'm pretty sure I just saw rain on the screen. Did I just see some rain on the screen? Show me some more rain. I'm pretty sure I saw some rain on the screen. Maybe my eyes are going funny. It's my eyes a bit. It looks a bit bright there. It can't be rain. So John is slowly inched a bit of time. Fisher's there. The Echo is just completely. It just seems like he's matching what the other drivers are doing. Obviously, this is the closest battle on track at the minute. Seb and Dragon. Whatever wing Dragon on Speed's running, it's low. He just took so much time out of Seb down the straight. Oh, and he nearly lost it there. Dragon gave Seb a little bit of breathing space. Well, so let's look at the end of it in a minute. So Fishers has opened the gap out, obviously, for quite a number of laps. We saw Echo within DRS of Fishers, but Fishers has now decided to put his foot down and open the gap up to 6 seconds, which is probably coasting at the minute. I think he's looking after his tyres. The gap between him and John has gone down a little bit, but not massively. So Fisher's doing a very good job on the old hard tyres here. And I was right, I must have saw rain a couple of laps ago, because now it was indeed started raining. So the guys on the old hard tyres, they're going to be really struggling for pace. You're going to see the people like Brayley here on the new tyres that aren't going to be struggling for pace. This is interesting here, because now we've got medium runners, obviously 16 laps, they've tried eking these tyres out. Putting these new tyres on early is only going to ruin them, these intermediates. So we're in for an interesting finale of the race here. So Regan McKinnon now picks up a 3-second time penalty on the hard tyres. So Brayley on the new rubber. Brayley and Gooner are the only drivers on the new rubber. Let's see what they can do. Obviously it's slippery out there, but I'd rather be on new rubber than old rubber. And we don't know how long this transition is going to take. This transition can take 5-10 minutes before we go on to the intermediate tyre. So We have Fisher's in already, putting the intermediate tyre on. I don't know if this is necessarily right. The leaders they've had to do this because they haven't got really a choice. I've not seen it saying DRS has been disabled yet. So, as it stands, we have Echo now who has taken the lead. His gap to Fisher's is... I think it's coming down. I think the interval is coming down. Yeah, dramatic. What a shame for Brayley. If he went from a medium to soft stint, he would have found himself in a totally different predicament here. What a shame. It's just the way it works out. And we've got Echo and Fishers is just eating time out of Echo here. The gap was 12 seconds. The gap's now 7 seconds. So he's took 5 seconds out of him this lap alone. So are we looking here after the pit stops then we've got Stringy and Fishers in second and third. We've got Mercedes 1 and 2. Net 1 and 2 once Echo is pitted. Echo's just trying to get around as quick as he can here. Obviously, he tried staying out the lap longer. Didn't will pay off, unfortunately, for him. But obviously, 20-second gap there to Stringy and John. He's not going to find himself too far behind the drivers that he was racing. That confused me then because it just showed Fishers on medium hard tyres, if we know that isn't true. So we have a virtual safety car here for... Oh, Seb! Oh, unfortunate. Oh, this has helped Echo out massively. Massively helped Echo out here. He was looking like he was going to be behind Stringy and John by a considerable amount, but indeed he's not. He's actually going to be out in front. If he comes out in front, they've got to yield. He's going to have to yield. Stringy's going to have to yield. Oh, and Fishers has now gone and got a drive-through penalty from leading the race by about... He must be about 20 seconds ahead. He's now got to do a drive-through penalty. Unbelievable. So, Echo, thanks to a safety car, has found himself in second place here because it slowed the... Obviously, it slowed the other drivers up. He's got a free pit stop, really, and within 19 seconds of Fishers, and Fishers got a drive-through penalty. I don't think a drive-through penalty is going to obviously cost 20 seconds worth, but I'm sure it's going to cost some time. Oh, what a shame, because obviously Seb was having such a good race with Dragon on speed this evening, and obviously he's out the race now, so it's not great, but we've had two people obviously not finish here. So Stringy now is looking to close in on Echo. He's got his foot down a minute, and we've got John Cox who's now over the back of Stringy. So this is obviously looking to be... It's looking to become some race. Looks like Fishers is now serving his time penalty. I think he will come out easily in front of Echo here. Yeah, lucky enough for Fishers, this hasn't cost him a great deal. He's still in front of Echo. Just don't do it again, Fishers, don't do it again. So, the top four are currently split by around 5 seconds. Jonathan Cox in fourth after, let's just say, the weather's absolutely rogered him in certain words, because he was obviously winning this race before the pits, before the first pit stops, and now he's ended up in fourth. It's just the unfortunate way of weather. That's a bit unfortunate though, in my opinion there. John Cox picks a 3 second time penalty up there, but he was back further. It don't make sense, this game. Obviously he's got other cautions in between. So how many penalties has John got now? He's definitely got 2. Yeah, so John currently has 2 penalties. Stringy currently has 2 penalties. And Echo himself has no penalties. So Echo only needs to keep his nose clean here for the next 7 laps. He doesn't even have to race Stringy and John. He'll find himself. And Stringy's gone wide. Stringy has gone wide here, and that's allowed John back in front of him to take 3rd position. That's a shame, because Stringy looked like he had the pace there, that he was keeping John at bay. So Regan and Brayley now are fighting over 7th and 8th position. Obviously Regan was having a lonely race to this point before the rain. It's now worked out brilliant, mate. This rain's coming down. Proper chucking it down now. Looking like wet weather. And Devil's Nightmare is off. Devil's Nightmare is off. So that's a DNF safety car deployed. We have a safety car deployed for an incident with Devil's Nightmare round the right hander, I think. What a shame. So now, what will we see? Will we see anyone pit and put some new tyres on just for the end of the race? If you're someone like Appy or Gunnar or someone near the back, I don't think it's a no-brainer. I know they're only a couple of laps older, but as we say, new tyres are better than old tyres. So we have a safety car, so we probably won't be getting back up to speed here till probably lap 24 or lap 23, because everyone's so spread out. We have Appy now, who's actually 57 seconds behind Gunnar. And we have Gunnar 35 seconds behind Regan. So we're gonna, I think we're gonna be sat here for a little while. Let's see what happens. So the top 3 now, John, Echo and Fishers will find themselves line astern for a 3-lap shootout or a 4-lap shootout by the looks of it, to see who's going to win the first Saturday night racing league race. So is that Appy? Is Appy a lap behind here? He needs to put his foot down, boy. Maybe you've got to wait till they get to the safety car line. Excuse me, guys. And Jonathan Cox. What's John done? John has managed to smash his car. What the hell? What's gone on here? What has happened here? Has Echo hit John into the wall? What's going on? Just as I was yawning, about to fall asleep, waiting for the race to start. What has happened? John, what happened? He's trying to find out here what happened to John. Obviously, I saw his car. So, a bit of an unlikely top four here. We have Dragon on the speed who's managed to get into 4th place. Obviously he wasn't there early in the race, so he's had a pretty good race. Brady's now found himself back into 6th position. He obviously had the pace on the dry. Let's hope he's still got the pace. Brady's picked a time penalty up under the pit. Oh, it's all going wrong. It's all going wrong. Right, as it stands, we're still under yellow safety car conditions. I'm hoping this hurries up now. Right, Appy has left the session here, so safety car is in this lap. Finally, we can get going. We've got 8 runners left of the 13. Get this race finished. So as it stands, we have Fisher's obviously leading the race, but he's now slowing the pack up, ready to restart. Can he make this into a win here? Stringy has come back from 11th position. Can they make it into a 1-2? Let's see what happens now as Fishers has managed to open the gap up here to around the second already to Echo. So he's home and free. He's now left Stringy looking at the back of Echo. So as it stands, Gooner in 7th position, Regan in 8th. All a bit tight as it stands. Bray is all over the back of Maverick here. Can he clear the Maverick? I think if I have to give a driver the day today, I think I'll give it to Stringy. Obviously, we had him in the commentary box here earlier. And do you know what? He runs the Saturday League as well. You know, he's gone from 11th to, as it stands, a podium position, so patting back to him. Congratulations, mate. My driver of the day. And Brayley looks like he's going to be picking up the fastest lap award as well. So that's an extra point in the kitty there for Brayley. It's not over yet. Definitely it's not over yet. We've got Stringy over the back of Echo here. And Dragon away with the back of Stringy, so all to play for here for the podium positions. Brady's really trying to get past the Maverick here. Oh, Maverick has lost his grip. He's unfortunately lost grip there. Where he's hit the apex on the exit, it's just allowed Brady to go through here. That's a shame. I was hoping to see a proper overtake there. But Brady up to 5th position. Can now put the foot down and try and build a gap to the Maverick over the last 2 laps. So the tightest gap at the minute on track is Gooner and Maverick and Brayley. And Stringy, can he find a way past Echo? At the minute, a second split in Echo. And Stringy. As Fishers now enters the last lap of the race. He's drove a brilliant race really, no one's got close to him at all. Obviously he struggled early on for the pace with John, but after a little while he just turned the screw really. He went from like a DRS gap to Echo behind with about, I think it was about 7/10, 6/10 at closest. And just next thing you know, 5 laps later, 6 seconds gap. Absolutely smashed it. So as a touch wood, as long as he don't have no issues this lap, it looks like he will go on and win the first Saturday League race. Stringy has now closed the gap to Echo. Oh, I think he's had an incident. I think he's lost his and can Dragon, of all the things that could happen, can Dragon now take a position off of Stringy? Obviously the gap there weren't there at all. There wasn't a gap there. No, obviously the gap was open. There was about a 1.5 gap between Dragon and Stringy at the time. Stringy's had a little bit of a mistake. And Dragon sniffing a podium place here. He's all over the back of Stringy. So as Dragon got any penalties here, one penalty, he's done enough. As it stands, I think he's done enough to take the podium away from Stringy. So, has that mistake actually cost Stringy a podium? I don't know. I don't think it was a massive gap they had in the first place. But and Elliot comes across the line. Brilliant race there, Elliot. Congratulations. And Echo has a 5-second. Ah, what a shame. Congratulations anyway. So Echo in second, Dragon on speed in third. I think Stringy managed to keep fourth. So brilliant there by Fishers, as always. Basically led from start to finish. Didn't really have no issues, did he? So we have Fishers take pole here. We have Echo in third. We have Dragon on speed. Oh no, sorry, Echo in second, Dragon on speed in third, Stringy in fourth. Brilliant drive by Dragon on speed and Stringy to get themselves into third and fourth position. Maverick in fifth, Gooner in sixth, Brayley in seventh with the fastest lap, Regan McKinnon in eighth, Appy in ninth, and Jonathan. Oh well, I think Appy and John DNF'd, so I think only Regan. He was the last driver to pick up points. So congratulations to drivers who finished, and well, hopefully we can have a few more drivers turn up on the next race and go from there. So cheers guys, see you later.